Hello PCC members, Dan Mearsman here, your Director of Grounds. Just wanted to give you a quick update on our greens process here on Wissahickon. Received a great email last week from a member that asked a good question. He said, are we recontouring our greens or are we scanning them and putting them back to how they were? And the answer to that is yes. So it's a combination of both. Prefer not to use the word recontouring, that seems a little aggressive, but we'll explain the process here. What we're doing on Wissahickon greens is the first thing we're doing is stripping them, and then the next part of the process is we will relax the sides of the greens. So if you can envision a greens pad that's up elevated, as the years have gone on, the sand buildup on your green side bunkers has been raised like this. As that has happened, your green got squeezed in, along with things like an introduction of a collar cut, introduction of an intermediate rough. Your greens have really come in, and as the years have gone on, you've gathered some places a foot and a half of sand buildup on your green side bunkers. So as we are relaxing and getting the sand out of that, your greens relax back to their original pads, and we pick up a lot of green pad space. Here on the 5th green, we've picked up approximately 20% more green space. So what we do is we'll strip the turf, then we massage the tops. Keith is overseeing all that, Keith Foster. And what's great about this is a very responsible way of doing this work. You've relaxed your greens back to their original pads. As a member, all the internal undulations that you had on the greens, the ones that you knew and love, exist. And the new ones that are introduced give you a lot of additional hole locations. As we look at this 5 green here, you can see these yellow flags indicate all the new hole locations that you've picked up here. So you can see in the front left quadrant of this green, there's 11 flags here. You've picked up approximately 11 new hole locations that you never had before because the green was so severely tilted. And in addition, because the green was inside so far. A lot of the other hole locations that you'll pick up on are on the outside of the greens, and that's mainly because the green has been expanded out, so the greens will feel much bigger to you. One thing I'd like to show you over here is these are wires from the old sprinkler head on the course. So as the green came in over the years, you know, when you did your latest irrigation system back in the early 2000s or 90s, these heads were placed here. These are well inside the green now. Another thing here as well is that we won't have a collar with our new greens. So what this really allows you to do is to gain a lot more green space and give us a lot more flexibility, give you as members a tremendous amount of more hole locations. So as you can see, this will be the green pad will come out here, the greens perimeter. We'll have a cut of tighter cut rough, and then when we go 1, 2, 3 paces in, now we have available hole locations. When you try to accommodate a collar cut, an intermediate rough, by the time you even get on the green surface, you're well inside the green. So as you look at this green here, we've picked up approximately 20, 25, I think I've counted 25 flags on this green. So as you look at an 18-hole golf course, you're going to have approximately 400 or so new hole locations that that were there originally, but you haven't had in recent years. So on our 5th green, just to show you a couple neat things for you as members, if you remember when you used to hit in the middle of the green and you had some spin on the ball would roll off the right. That really doesn't happen as much anymore. So you'll get to see that ball kind of come back. And instead of rolling off the green, that ball should settle on the right-hand side, hopefully closer to a hole location there. You know, same thing here. The other thing with the green softening process that I'll speak of on the sides and even with any internal is that back in the 1920s, greens were mowed at 1/4 of an inch. So at 1/4 of an inch, we can produce a pretty known stimp meter speed. At that known stimp speed, you factually know where balls stop on a green, thus your cupping positions. So a lot of this work is not romantical debate. It's really factual. Where do balls stop? Where do they not stop? And really, as PCC members, what you're gaining is the relaxing on the pads at the side, and you're picking up all these wonderful hole locations while maintaining the hole locations that you loved. So we'll have an update for you on holes 5 and 6 here as we get a little more detailed, but I hope you're enjoying your summer, and we look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.